A huge thanks to all who contributed toward the success of last season. We had great shows, great performances, and wonderful support from all the various areas.
And Then There Were None was just the most thrilling experience. You'd think with a murder mystery that everything would be deadly serious, but we had so much fun and everyone gelled really well as a team, and it was a delight to collaborate with all areas of our theatre.
This season I got to act again in And Then There Were None, and that was a lot of fun.
I've been enjoying my time at Highbury for 3 years now. I was delighted to be cast as Rogers in the Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Such a well-known author. Oh, well, I couldn't resist the opportunity to get involved. I had to use a Devonian accent, and I was warned by a Devonshire friend of mine who was in the audience not to make it sound like a bumpkin's accent. Well, happily, he was well satisfied.
Now, unfortunately, my character, Mrs. Rogers, the housekeeper, was bumped off far too quickly. So I spent the rest of the show in the green room making cups of tea for everyone, while maintaining character, obviously. Would you like another cup of tea, anyone? Go on. It was wonderful to be directed by Emily, as she had such a strong vision for the piece. I loved the visually striking set and the symbolism of the red motifs that every character wore.
Hadn't really seen any Agatha Christie before. Fabulous, loved it.
I'm so grateful and proud of everyone who took part, and I think we can safely say that we did Agatha Christie proud.
I love you truly, truly I do.
I had the pleasure and the privilege of performing in 2 plays this season. The first being It's a Wonderful Life, which was the lead up to Christmas, and what an absolute joy it was. Very challenging because a lot of the actors in it had to play multiple roles. Didn't know whether I was Arthur or Martha half the time, but it was just a delight. And also it was the first time working alongside the talented Mr. Nick Room, who was new to Highbury this season, and what a find he has been. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. It put bums on seats. It gave people the feel-good factor, and it was just a joy to be part of.
It really was a wonderful play. Really, really proud to be part of that. A fantastic team, both on stage and off. We had a brilliant time every single moment, whether we were rehearsing or just backstage banter or obviously actually performing. It was really, really a very special production to be involved in.
The prop that we're most proud of is the big bridge we made for It's a Wonderful Life, which stretched the whole span of the stage and looked beautiful in it. It's a nice shade of green. We had a good effect with all the rivets showing and a 3D effect. It's only made out of planks, an old broom and some pieces of hardboard.
A Wonderful Life was just wonderful. Very aptly named.
We'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of old lang syne.
Bring it on! This season at Highbury, I most enjoyed being in the play People, which was directed by Phil Astor. It was such a smashing mix of players who've been around at Highbury for a long time, like me, and new people. And it was really great to work together with the team. We had such fun doing it.
It was unforgettable for me. Absolutely loved all the cast and the crew in this show. We just had the best time. It was hilarious.
I was Les, the deadpan cameraman, who in theory had the best seat in the house, but I decided the floor was the best thing to look at. So very edgy, but something Highbury took in its stride.
The Sutton Sawdust Shavings and Splinter Society, also known as the Workshop Group, have been very busy again this season, making individual props. Some that stand out are the 4-poster bed that we made for the People play. Originally designed to be just a 4-poster bed static on the stage, then it had to have a canopy, then it had to be wheeled onto the stage, then had to be wheeled onto the stage and locked in place.
Everybody worked together, and it's that feeling of community. That's what I love about Highbury, that everybody's welcome, and hopefully everybody feels that it's part of their home.
Out of all the plays I have directed, Constellations has been one of the most challenging, but also one of the most exciting. Directing it has been a real journey. There were times when it stretched me creatively, but that's exactly what it made it so rewarding. Every rehearsal seemed to uncover something new, and that has been a real joy. Isabel Clinton and Henry Revel have been exceptional throughout. They approached Mary Ann and Roland with honesty, sensitivity, and complete commitment, bringing these wonderfully complex characters to life in a way that has been both moving and inspiring to watch. I'd also like to thank Andy Wilkes for his wonderful lighting and sound design, which added so much to the atmosphere and emotion of the play. My thank also goes to everyone backstage. Theatre is always a team effort, and this production simply wouldn't have been possible without every single person who gave their time, talent, and support.
Lights off.
My biggest challenge this year was Noises Off, which was huge. We had a revolve and double-sided set on a revolve, props, multiple sardines, bags, boxes, because it's always about the bags and the boxes. A cast that probably did 10,000 steps every night, running up and down and round and backwards and forwards, remembering copious lines in different orders and slightly different sequences. They were fantastic.
Highbury has been my second home for the majority of my life. I love the family atmosphere, the camaraderie and the team spirit.
I was cast as an alcoholic lovey, acting as Selsdon, the burglar, who was playing in a play within a play, run through 3 times on a revolving set. Doddle, you think?
When you went on, you were off. Stage right became stage left, and when you were actually on, you just had to hope that whoever was supposed to be on with you actually was.
This season I've been lucky enough to take part in 2 productions, And Then There Were None and Noises Off. 2 very different plays, but they had some things in common. Both had a large cast and a team determined to make them a success. Both had people performing for the first time at Highbury. I really enjoyed both of them, and I'm pleased that I made some new friends from each production.
We all must have said at some point, why do we do this? But then, when you hear the reaction from the audience, we know full well why we do.
Glorious. The clue was in the title. It was absolutely glorious to play the role of Florence Foster Jenkins alongside wonderful actors who brought the show to life. It was just a joy from start to finish working in this play. We just had a laugh at every rehearsal, and it just wasn't a chore at all. It was just wonderful to be part of.
I loved playing opposite lovely Pip as Florence Foster Jenkins' eccentric and dotty friend, Dorothy. Oh, it was a joy to work with such a talented cast and director. We laughed so much in the rehearsals and lots backstage as well. But we have to say that the true star of the show was obviously Ricky the dog. Woof, 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 woof.
I got to stage manage Glorious, which was, well, glorious. My hearing is just about starting to come back, which is a nice bonus.
Glorious was an absolute highlight for me. Pip was wonderful. I was crying with laughter.
Ya sé maldecir con soltura a la mexicana.
Glorious was another one that we contributed to. The wings, the angel wings that appeared towards the end of the show, they were quite tricky as well.
Directing a play is really very special. For just a few weeks, the cast, crew, technical sections and the director work together to create something special from words on a page. They become like a little family.
Performance, for me, is a rewarding if sometimes grueling experience. Also rewarding is the rehearsal process, where we take a story apart and build back the components of characters, events, motives, emotions and their interrelations. It's where the actors make their mistakes, and it is surprising how much collective creativity arises from those mistakes.
I rounded off the season managing to go and watch Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time with my daughter who had studied the book at school. I'd read it many years ago and we both thoroughly enjoyed that as well.
I was so proud of what we achieved with the Curious Incident, or the dog play as it was known in our house. I'll always treasure the memories we made.
I thought that the whole season was a really, really fantastic one. And I think Highbury should be really proud. I am.
Let's keep going, Highbury.
I remember with affection the loyal members of the Highbury community that have passed on. I remember the good old days when I could actually remember lines. Highbury, we will be friends until I am really old and senile. And then we can be new friends and start the drama over again.
A special shout out for our stage construction team, who always do a grand job throughout the year to ensure that we've got something to perform on. Well done, lads. Let's look forward to next season, where I'm sure we'll go from strength to strength.